Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so thankful that you're here. I hope if you have not, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and ring that bell as I will continue to add crochet and knit tutorials online, as well as yarn reviews and deals that I have found out in the fiber art community that I live in. Okay, so today, once again, I'm doing a beginner's crochet tutorial. This is a tutorial. I expect that you know how to do the magic ring. I expect that you know how to do a double crochet and a single crochet. So if you do not know how to do those, you need to go back and watch those tutorials for beginning crochet. They're short. Just go back and watch them, practice those techniques, and make sure that you are ready, because once you know how to do that, you'll be able to create your very first granny square. Okay, so this tutorial is on the classic square, or sometimes called the diamond square. I will not be doing any color change in this video. I will just be practicing the technique of creating that granny square, or classic square is what it is referred to. Okay, all right, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to create the magic ring. So to do that, you're going to make an X with your yarn across your index finger and your middle finger. I had to think about which finger that was. All right, and then you're going to place your crochet hook, and right now I'm creating a magic ring, and you're going to hook it, and then you're going to swoop around and pull that through. I'm telling you, once you get this down, the magic ring, you'll be great at crochet and creating those different items for it. So I'm going to cast on with the magic ring. I'm going to do 4 knit stitches. So this would count right here as 1. I'm sorry, I said knit. 1 single crochet. And then you're going to do 2. So we're going to do a total of 4 single crochets. So 4 single crochets in the magic ring. And you can also chain 4 and then connect it and do the same stitch. So if you don't feel comfortable doing the magic ring, you can also do just chain 4 and then connect at the end. All right, so I always place my crochet hook on the end at the location where the very first single crochet was, and then I kind of pull the tail. The tail is the yarn that is not attached to the ball, and this is my working yarn, the one that's attached. So that's what whenever I refer to that. And I'm going to pull it tight, and there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and connect them. So I'm going to connect the yarn. There's my tail, there's my working yarn. I'm going to yarn over after I've stuck my hook through that first. Hold on one second. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to yarn over, and I pulled it through that very first single crochet, and then I'm going to pull it through my loop, and now it is connected. I'm going to yarn over again and pull through, and that's a chain 1, but it kind of gives me that height that I want whenever I'm going to go ahead and do some double crochets in just a minute. So this is what it looks like. Hopefully you can see. This is what it should look like when you pull it tight. You can wait to pull the middle until after you connect it. Okay, now I'm going to chain 2 more. So I'm going to chain 2 more, and that's going to count as my first double crochet. So now I've got a total of 3 chains, and that is the height that I want for my double crochet. All right, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in just a little bit more so you can see a little bit better. Okay. All right. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to yarn over. So I have 1 loop. I'm going to yarn over, which counts as a second one. And then I'm going to place my hook in the first chain that the first single crochet that I come to. So right here. And I'm actually going to do 2 double crochets inside that first loop. And so now when I stuck my hook through, I pulled the yarn through, and now I have 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to pull through just the first 2. And then I'm going to yarn over again, and I'm going to pull through the next 2. I've just completed my first double crochet, and I'm going to go ahead and do 1 more, because remember when I chained, when I did my first 2 chain stitches right here where I chained it, that counted as one of my double crochets, and I want 3 total in each of my single crochets. So I'm going to go in one more time, and I'm going to go into that same spot, that same single crochet, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through. And now I have 3 loops. I'm going to yarn over again, and I'm going to pull through 2, and then I'm going to yarn over again, and I'm going to pull through the last 2. And now I have 2 double crochets in that very first single crochet loop. Okay, so you can see the single crochets create this V kind of shape. I want to go underneath both of them, so I'm about to do the same thing inside or through this second single crochet. But before I do that, I want to chain 3. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now I'm going to yarn over, and this is where I'm going to start my next double crochet in the next chain 1, or the next single crochet. So I'm going to yarn over and pull through. Now I have 3 loops. I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to pull through again, yarn over and pull through again. So now I have 1 double crochet in the next space like this, and I have 3 chains, kind of leaving a gap that's going to be used as my space where I'll place the next 3 double crochets in the next round, okay, to give you an idea of what it's going to look like. All right, I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to go through that same loop, and I'm doing it 3 times inside that same loop. And I'm going to pull through, I'm going to yarn over and pull through those 2, yarn over again. Sorry, my yarn is being a little bit finicky. I'm going to yarn over and pull through the last 2, and now I have 2 double crochets in that one space. Yarn over, this is the last time. I'm going to go in the same space, yarn over, pull through, and now I have 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over again. I'm going to pull through 2, yarn over again, and I'm going to pull through 2 more. And now I am done with the 3 double crochets inside that single crochet that I initially started with. So now I'm going to chain 3. Now I'm going to let you know, as I'm chaining 3, these are my corner spaces. Anytime I chain 3, that's going to be where the corner is in my granny square. Okay, so keep that in mind as I go through it. All right, I've got this next space right here, and I've got another space here that I'm going to be doing 3 double crochets in each. And it kind of creates this petal look. If you see it, it's like a petal on a flower. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and yarn over now that I've created 3 chains. I'm going to yarn over and place my hook through that V again. I'm going to yarn over and pull through, and how many should I have on my hook? 3. Okay, I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to pull through the first 2, and then I'm going to yarn over again and pull through the next 2. Okay, all right, I'm going to go ahead and go in that same space. I've got 1 double crochet and I need 3. So I'm going to go in the same space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. And now I've got myself 2 double crochets in one of those spaces. So I need 3 total, okay? And that's going to be repetitive throughout this. So yarn over, this is my last time. I'm going to stick my needle or my hook through, yarn over, pull through. So now I have 3 on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And now I've got 3 double crochets in one of the chain, or one of the single crochet spaces. And you can see there is like the petal look some more. So it's kind of forming this nice little flower kind of look. I love the way the yarn is changing colors too, because it kind of gives us that, you know, variety in the way it looks. Okay, this is where I'm going to chain 3. So I did 1, 2, 3. Remember, these are going to be my corners when I create my square. All right, so I've got 1 last single crochet. Remember, we're doing 3 doubles in that single. So I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to place my hook through that double crochet. And if you're familiar with knitting, that's like our knit stitch. Let me let it pause for a second. It makes a V shape that's very similar to that knit stitch. All right, I'm going to pull through, yarn over, pull through, and now I have 3 on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through the first 2, yarn over again, and pull through the last 2. There I've got 1 double crochet, but remember we need 3 in that 1 single crochet space. So yarn over again, place your hook through that single crochet, yarn over and pull. Now, how many should I have on my hook? 3, and I do. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to pull through the first 2, and then I'm going to yarn over again and pull through the last 2. Now I have 2 double crochets in that one single space. Yarn over, place my hook through, yarn over again and pull through. How many should I have on my hook at this point? 3. So I'm going to yarn over and pull through the first 2, yarn over again and pull through the last 2. And now I have 3 double crochets in that one single crochet space where we started. Okay, now we're back to the beginning. So we're about to make the connection so that I've got my granny square, the initial start of it. Before I do that, I need to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I have chained 3. I'm going to connect this loop, okay? I'm going to connect this portion, this 3 chains, with the other, I'm going to call it a petal. The 3 groups, the initial part where I chained 3, I created a single or a double crochet. I'm going to connect right above it. Some people do it differently. I feel like it looks better when I do it this way. I'm not yarning over, I'm just connecting. So I'm going to place my hook through that V shape at that top part of my triple where I did 3 chains in the initial beginning. Okay, I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to pull through. But instead of doing anything else like yarning over and pulling through again, I'm just pulling this loop to make the connection. And now, once I've made that connection between, I'm done with this round. I'm going to yarn over again and create 1 chain just to kind of finish it off. And I'm going to kind of pull it a little bit tight and to make it a little bit more secure. Okay, we've just completed our first round, well, actually our second round of our granny square, which is the classic granny square. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to chain 2 more. I'd already chained 1, but I'm going to chain 2 more to create the height. And remember, this counts as a double crochet. So remember, we're completing them in groups of 3. This counts as the double crochet that I'll be placing when I finish my round. So as I'm finishing it, coming to this position right here, I will be doing it a little bit different than I do the others. So just keep that in mind as I kind of finish up this round. All right, so we're ready for round 3. We're going to yarn over, and we're actually going to chain 2 more. 1, 2. And the reason is because we're skipping the gaps where we have these petals formed, where those 3 double crochets are. So when we're skipping a gap or skipping a space, we want to count 2. So actually I've chained a total of 5 in order to complete this portion. All right, now I'm ready to move on to this gap, this corner piece. Now remember, when you chain 3, it consists of 3 positions where you're going to create a corner of your granny square, okay? So I'm going to yarn over, and I'm actually going to create 3 different sections in this. I'm going to create 3 double crochets, but in 2 sections, okay? So I'm yarning over and pulling through and doing it again. So there's a double crochet. And how many double crochets do I need? I need 3. I'm doing groups of 3. I'm yarning over, I'm putting my hook through that big hole, and I'm pulling that yarn through. I'm yarning over and pulling through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Now I have 2 double crochets in this nice big hole. I'm going to yarn over and place my hook through that hole again, and I'm going to pull through, yarn over and pull through again. Now I have a total of 3 double crochets in this nice big gap. But remember, we're creating the corner. So what we need to do now is we need to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we are still working in this nice big gap because remember, corners consist of a total of 6 double crochets in the corner. So I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to continue to work this corner. So I'm yarning over and I'm pulling through, and sometimes I have to scoop my yarn so it's nice and neat. And I'm going to yarn over and pull through the first 2 to kind of make it a little bit tighter. I might pull on it just a little bit. Yarn over and pull through the last 2. And so now I have a total of 4 double crochets within this corner piece with a chain 3 in between. I need a total of 6 to create a corner. So I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to place my hook through that big hole again. I'm going to pull the yarn through, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over again. This is the last time. I'm going to go ahead and pull the yarn through. And now I have 3 on my hook, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through the first 2, yarn over again and pull through the last 2. Now I am done with this corner piece, okay? But I'm about to move past 3 double crochets. So to do that, to move past them, I want to chain 2. This is not a corner place, so I chain 2 to move past them. Now I'm going to a corner piece, and remember, corner pieces consist of groups of 3 doubles on either side with a chain 3 in the center. I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to place my hook through that big old hole. And I'm going to pull through. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2. I'm going to yarn over and pull through the last 2. And there's my very first double crochet in this corner space. Yarn over again, place my hook through the hole, and yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. It's the same repetitive pattern throughout. Yarn over, place your hook through, yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over again and pull through 2. Now how many do we have? 3. Once we reach that number 3, we are going to chain 3, creating that corner space, and that's repetitive. Whenever we have that 6 double crochets in the corner, we want to chain 3 between them. 1, 2, 3. And you'll see as you build your granny square, it will be the exact same pattern throughout. All right, I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to put my hook through. Remember, I need 6 double crochets in this corner space. 1, pull through 2, and now I've completed 4 double crochets in this nice big space. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2 again. All right, I'm going to yarn over, and this is the last time in this space. Yarn over, place my hook through the big hole, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Okay, I am almost done with my 3rd round, and it is starting to build this nice little granny square that looks really pretty. All right, I'm going to go ahead and chain. I'm moving past one of the petals. I'm going to refer to them as petals, but they're really just double crochets, groups of 3 of them. This is not a corner space, so I'm only going to create 2 chains in order to move past and over top of this space. Okay, chain 2. Now I'm going to yarn over, and here we're in a corner space. Remember, this is where we chained 3. Chain 3 represents corners. I'm going to yarn over and pull through. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through the last 2. Now I have my very first double crochet in my corner space. Remember, I need groups of 3. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Now I have 2 double crochets. Yarn over, place my hook through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2 more. Now I have 3 double crochets, and remember, this is a corner piece, so I want to chain 1, 2, 3. So this is our magic multiples of 3 that we're going to be using. Now I'm going to create 3 more double crochets in this corner space. Remember, there's 6 in every corner. So I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to place my hook through the big hole, and I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 more. I'm going to yarn over and pull through. Then I'm going to yarn over and pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2. Now I only have 5 double crochets in the corner. Remember, we need 6. Yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over again, pull through the last 2, and I am done with this corner piece, and I'm getting around. I'm getting to the end of the round, but I need to move past this set of 3 double crochets. Remember, if it's not a corner, we're doing 1, 2 as our chain. All right, the next portion is a corner piece, but remember, we're finishing it, and we already have a chain 3 that represents one of the double crochets that we need. So I only actually need to create 5 double crochets. 3, then chain 3, and then 2 more. All right, I'm going to yarn over and place my hook through that big old hole. I'm going to pull through, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2 more. Look how beautiful that purple is. Yarn over, and I'm going to put my hook through that big old hole. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2 more, and now I have 2 double crochets. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2. Oops, I just did a half double crochet. I need to do a double crochet, so I'm going to place my hook back through yarn over and pull through the last 2. So now I've got 3 double crochets. That's my indication. I need to chain 3. I did 1, 2, and then now I've got 3. Okay, so this is where we're finishing the round. Remember, this counts as a double crochet already, that chain 3 in the initial beginning. So I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to go ahead and pull through. I'm only doing 2 more. Yarn over and pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2, and this is the last one. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next or last 2, and now we are done. Now, this is where we're going to connect. So this gets a little bit finicky depending on how you want to connect it. I have been sticking my needle through at the very top of the 3rd chain, yarning over and pulling through. Remember, when we connect, we do not yarn over and pull through again. What we do is you just pull the loop through, connecting them. And I always like to chain 1 to make it a little bit more secure, and then I kind of pull it a little bit tight. If I were done, I would end it and continue making my squares this size. But let's say we want to continue to go on. What you would do is you would continue by doing chain 3 would be the height of your double crochet. So I'm going to go ahead and chain 3. And you would continue the pattern throughout, creating your nice little granny square. I'm going to go ahead and end the video. You can go ahead and make comments down below. Let me know if these videos help. This portion right here, I'm going to go ahead and actually start it for you. This portion is actually, we're moving into a part where we don't do the corner pieces alone. We want to go ahead and do 3 double crochets in the spaces that are not in the corners. Remember, corners consist of 6 double crochets with a chain 3 in between, versus a side contains 3 double crochets with 2 chain 2 to move past the gap. So chain 2, and now we're getting to a corner piece. Remember, that's 6 double crochets. I'm moving a little bit quicker this time. You can pause the video if you need to and work through these corner pieces as I go through them. And chaining 3. Remember, it's the same every time, the same pattern every time. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. Let me know, like, subscribe. I'm going to create more videos as long as you guys are liking them and watching them. You can always pause, replay them as much as you want. The same pattern throughout, building your granny square. And you can make it as big or as small as you would like. You could stop here and just make a bunch of them and then connect them if you need to, if you want to do that to make the pattern look really pretty. You can use different colors or however you want to create them, but granny squares are awesome because you can create whatever you want. You can create afghans, baby blankets, cardigans, you can create bags, baskets, whatever your mind, whatever your creative soul brings to the table, you can create with granny squares. That's why I love them, and that's why I like to work with them. Anyways, happy crafting, and let me know if this video is helping, and please like, subscribe, and ring that bell.